guys, so here are the last set of problems for your test review. This one deals with wholes, vertical asymptotes, and horizontal. Okay, so step one, we do have to factor. Now, before you jump into the kick to the back or upside down, I think it's called. I'll be honest, I forgot the name. But notice here, these are all even numbers. Ooh, these are all even numbers. So let's take out the 2 first. This will just help us keep our numbers small. But you can do the other way, which is perfectly fine. As we talked earlier in the videos, if you have an x squared minus 16, whoopsies, what I was going to do is show you, we can set it up by placing a 0x in the middle, okay? And then we can go into factoring. Do you have to do this stuff? And the answer is no, not at all. So here we go. So what times what? And in fact, I'm going to do it down here. So we're going to do 2. I'm being messy, aren't I? Okay, so what times 12? What 2 numbers multiply to 12 but add to 7? And that would be x plus 3 and x plus 4. Okay. Now in the bottom, what 2 numbers multiply to 16? That subtracts to give me 0. And x minus 4 and x plus 4. Okay. Wholes are the one you want to answer first. Now we know if we have a whole, if we have common factors on top and on bottom, like that x plus 4. So what we're going to do is set x plus 4 equal to 0 and subtract. So we have a whole at x equals negative 4. Okay, now your vertical asymptotes are the leftover denominators. Remember, I really don't care about the top. It's all about the bottom. And the leftover one is x minus 4 equals 0. And we solve and add 4 to both sides. So x equals 4. Okay. Now, last but not least is our horizontal asymptote. And this is where we're going to go back to the original question. Notice my exponent on top is a 2 and bottom is a 2. So this just means we have a horizontal asymptote. Remember, if there is no number in front, understood 1. And I'm just going to put this right here. So my horizontal asymptote is just 2 divided by 1, which is 2. Okay. Now let's look at 9. Again, factor. What 2 numbers multiply to 70 to add to 17? And that would be x plus 7 and x plus 10. Okay. And what 2 numbers multiply to 80 that subtract to 2? Positive 2. And that would be x plus 10 and x minus 8. Okay. Do we have a common factor? And the answer is yes. So we have a whole, which is x plus 10 equals 0. Subtract 10, subtract 10. So x equals negative 10. There's my whole. Vertical asymptote is that leftover again. So that's that x minus 8. We're going to add 8 to both sides. And we get x equals 8. Okay. Last but not least is those horizontal asymptotes. And here, again, back to the original, we have the same degree and they're matching. So 1 and 1. So my horizontal asymptote is just 1 divided by 1, which is 1. Now I'm going to add some questions here that aren't on your review, but we're just going to make it up. So let's call this question 9.1. Find your horizontal asymptotes. Okay. So if I give you 4x to the 7th plus 3x squared minus 1, over 4x to the 5th minus 7. I have no idea. Now, remember the degrees or highest exponents need to match. Notice I have a 7 on top and a 5 at the bottom. They don't match. So remember, we're going to make them match. And we're going to add a 0x to the 7th. Now we have matching. So my horizontal asymptote would be 4 over 0, which is NA. Okay, let's do one more. 3x squared plus 7 over 4x to the 3rd plus 2x. Okay. Now looking here, at the top is at 2, a bottom is at a 3. They don't match. The bottom has the highest one, so I'm going to add 0x to the top. I'm sorry, 0x cubed. So this way now they match. So my horizontal asymptote would be 0 over 4, which is just 0. Okay. I hope that helped. Now let's move on to this question, or these questions. Okay. So, greater than 0 above x-axis. So we want everything above. So we have this little triangle piece. Remember x values. So -6 to -4. And notice we have this little piece over here, which is 6 to 7. Okay. This question here is below the x-axis. So we have this little piece right here. So that's what? From -7 to -6. And then here from -4, we start going down all of this to 6. Okay. Domain. Domain deals with x values. Okay. So you ask yourself, how far left do we go? Do we cover all the negative x values? And the answer is no. We stop here at -7. Do we cover all the positive x values? And the answer is yes. Where do we end? Here at 7. Okay. Please make sure there are no arrows pointing, because that does change. The ending would be either negative infinity or infinity. Okay. Y equals 3. So here's y equals 3. Let's draw a line. How often does y equal 3 cross? And the answer is 1 time. Find x when f of x equals 0. We're looking when we touch the x-axis. Okay. This is where we want to be careful. Take a quick look. So start over here at the left. First place we touch the x-axis is here at -6. The next one is going to be here at -4. And then look all the way almost to the end, to the right, and that's 6. So you want to be careful to look the whole length to make sure you're not missing an answer. Okay. F of -3, so here's -3. I intersect right here at -2. Okay. Let me get my highlighters ready. Okay, so let's do here. So remember, you start at the leftmost point, and notice what I'm doing. I'm going increasing. So what I want to do, since that one was increasing, this is my increasing highlighter. Now notice I stopped increasing, and what's happening now, I am decreasing. And I'm decreasing all the way to there. So let's do this. Decreasing is that color. And then notice here, I'm increasing and I'm increasing. So this big thing here, we're increasing. Okay. So here, I'm increasing from -7 all the way to -5. And then I'm also increasing, I have this long line. So from I almost said -6. Be careful. -1 all the way up here to 7. So -1 to 7. And I'm decreasing here. So that's what value? -5 to -1. Okay. I wish you luck on your test. I know you'll be amazing. Good luck, guys.